Welcome to Police Roll Call. I am Stanley Cohen, attorney at law, former Cincinnati, Ohio police officer, and a former professor of law at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. My goal on this channel is to state and explain appeal court decisions that affect the legal authority of police officers on the street and in court, to enforce the law and to enable police officers to defeat defense attorney motions to suppress evidence and to dismiss charges. In place of discussing the court decision today, however, I'm going to update the guidelines on armed and dangerous, which I previously made a video on this channel. Since you already have the other guidelines, I will skip them, and I'm just going to cover the case that updates the guidelines, which is People versus Lyle. Here's the facts in People versus Lyle. Two police officers are patrolling in a parking lot, and they see a group of people on the sidewalk. They saw the defendant engage in what they believed was an illegal drug sale. And when they drove up to him in a marked police car, they saw him wearing across his chest a satchel. The officers knew that people involved in illegal drug sales often carry guns and that several shootings had occurred in the parking lot, and they found guns and satchels worn across the chest more than 50 times in the past year. Roll call question. Would the facts known to the officers in this case be sufficient for reasonable suspicion to suspect that the man is armed and dangerous and to justify a search of the satchel? Think about that. Try to answer it. The officers handcuffed the man and searched the satchel, and they found a gun, and they arrested him when he couldn't produce a license. The defendant's motion to suppress the gun was denied, and he appealed. Now, the appeal court, with the question, was the search lawful? And they answered the question, yes. Here's how they reasoned. Police may search a person they reasonably suspect is armed and dangerous. They need not be absolutely certain. They only need to have a reasonable belief that their safety is in danger. The following facts showed that the officers had a reasonable suspicion that the defendant was armed and dangerous and justified the search. Here are the facts. People who are involved in illegal drug sales often carry firearms. Several shootings had occurred recently in the parking lot, and police have recently arrested more people than usual for carrying illegal guns, and the officers have found guns in satchels worn across the chest more than 50 times in the past year. When the totality of these facts and inferences that are logical and reasonable to draw from them are weighed and considered together, as courts of law have said they must be in reaching a decision as to whether probable cause or reasonable suspicion exists, there can be absolutely no doubt that they add up to a reasonable suspicion that the person in this case is armed and dangerous and should be patted down to find a weapon. These facts gave the officers reasonable suspicion of danger and justified the pat down to look for weapons under the Fourth Amendment. Now, if you would like to watch me in future videos on this channel, please subscribe below.